Hi, hi guys, welcome to my new video. So today we will be doing 4 subjects every hour. No, he- 4 subjects, but for every 1 hour we will do each subject, and every hour we will take break of 5 minutes, and I will put a timer in my watch here for 1 hour. So yeah, let's start. Oh yo. Okay, let's go. Biology first. First we will do biology. Oh my god. We will do biology first, and then we will do physics, and then we will do computer, and then business. Eh. What chapter did we end on last what do you call that, last video in the biology section? I think so we did chapter 5, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did 5 chapters. Now I think, yeah, now we are on chapter 6, making carbohydrates using light energy. So let's go. Plant nutrition. All living organisms need to take many different substances, nutrients into their bodies. Some of these may be used to make new part or to repair old parts. Other may be used to release energy. Taking in useful substances is called nutrition. In chapter 4, you saw that there are several important groups of biological molecules. These include proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and DNA. They are all organic substances. Animals are not able to make organic substances themselves but must take them in as nutrients when they feed. Plants, however, can make these organic nutrients from inorganic substances. They use carbon dioxide, water, and mineral ions, which they take in from the air and soil. The process by which they make carbohydrate is called photosynthesis, which means making with light. Photosynthesis, the process by which plants synthesize carbohydrates from raw material using energy from light. Okay, I see. Didn't we? Chlorophyll. In the chloroplast of the plant's leaves, water and carbon dioxide react together to make carbohydrates and oxygen. In other circumstances, you could shine light on a mixture of carbon dioxide and water forever, and no carbohydrates or oxygen could ever appear. What is special about a plant's leaves is that they contain a green pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is able to capture energy from light. When it has done this, it immediately passes the energy and transfers it to water molecules and carbon dioxide molecules. The energy makes these substances react, producing a kind of carbohydrate called glucose. The glucose that is made in the leaves contains some of the energy that was originally in the light. Chlorophyll has transferred some of the energy in the sunlight into energy in carbohydrates. The photosynthesis equation the next topic is this photosynthesis equation. Carbon dioxide plus water equals to glucose plus oxygen, sunlight and chlorophyll. Like all reactions in organisms, photosynthesis depends on enzymes to help it take place. So all reactions in organisms, photosynthesis depends on enzyme to help it take place. We can also write a balanced chemical equation which includes the chemical formula for each of these reactant and product. It also provides information about how many molecules of each are involved in the reaction. C6O2 plus 6H2O equals to C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Damn. The formula CO2 represents carbon dioxide and tells us that one molecule of carbon dioxide contains the atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. The formula C6H12O6 represents glucose. It tells us that one molecule of glucose contains 6 atoms. Wait. Didn't we do this? Yes, we did this. Wait, we did this. The formula C6H12O2 represents glucose. It tells us that about one molecule of glucose contains 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen. So 6 carbon dioxide molecules are needed to make one glucose molecule. There are the same type with the same number of atoms on each side of the equation. Okay. How a plant uses carbohydrates. What's this? Okay, how a plant uses carbohydrates. We have seen that there are two products of photosynthesis, glucose and oxygen. The oxygen is released into the atmosphere or into the water if the plant is aquatic. The glucose is used for many different purposes, releasing careful energy. Some of the glucose is used by the plant to provide energy for various activities. that each cell need to undertake. For example, energy is needed to move mineral ions into the root hair by active transport. Energy is also needed to build protein molecules from amino acids for growth. Reaching back to the glucose again. Use during respiration to release energy. Okay. Making cellulose to build cell walls as plant growth. They make new cells. Every cell needed a cell wall, so a growing plant must make cellulose molecules to form this wall. Okay. To attract pollinators, some plants reproduce sexually, producing male and female geminids in flowers. Unlike animal gametes, 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 gametes. The male gametes of flowers cannot move themselves from place to place. Instead, they rely on insects, bats, or birds to carry them. Insert pollen grain from one flower to another. No animal is going to do this for a plant useless unless it gets a reward. The flowers produce nectar, a sweet liquid created by many insect-pollinated flowers. Wait, I'm not getting this concept. Many plants reproduce sexually, producing male and female gametes. in flower. Okay, unlike animal gametes, the male gametes to flowers cannot move themselves from place to place. Instead, they rely on insects, bats, or birds to carry them. Inside pollen grains, what are pollen? Oh my days, what's pollen grain? Oh my days. From one flower to another. No animal is going to do this for a plant unless it gets a reward. So flowers produce nectar that animal can feed on. Nectar contains different kinds of sugar, all made from the glucose that the plant has made by photosynthesis. सर को बंद कर तानिया सर को बंद कर
પેપર હતું આ હોલમાં સોફામાં ક્યાં છે
મેં ફેંકી દીધું કચરો જ હતો ખાલી
કચરો નતો
તો શું હતું
દાંત હતો એમાં
મેં ફેંકી દીધો
શું ખાવા
કાંઈ હતું નહીં એમાં અંદર ખાલી એમના મને લાગ્યું ગુચડો છે મેં ફેંકી દીધો સાચે કહું છું હું ફેંકી દીધો મને નથી ખબર હતી Oh, okay, I see. Nitrogen. Is it nitrogen? Wait. Hey. Mm-hmm. Which also form the veins in the leaves, tubes in the vascular bundle carrying substances to inform leaf. Chapter 8. What's this? 6. In the leaf cells. This is where the chlorophyll is found. The chlorophyll is separated out on membrane so that a lot of sunlight can reach. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I see. That's the vascular bundle. What's wait? That's the lower epidermis. That's the upper epidermis. That is mesophyll, spongy mesophyll. Ah, pteroplant. Yo. Where's the stoma? Just the stoma. Guard cell. Is space. Where's the stoma? What is today? 26. And 1 and 2. What? It's 26. Critical. ના અંદર નહીં આવે. ના નહીં આવે. અવાજ આવશે એટલે મને ખબર તારે ત્યાં જાવું છે પણ ત્યાં નહીં જાતા. કારણ કે તું હટાવીશ કરીશ તો મારું કેમેરો હલશે. ત્યાં નહીં જાતી તાનિયા નહીં જાતી. ત્યાં નહીં જાતી. અગર તે મારી વાત ના માની ને તાનું તું પછી જોઈ લેજે. હું પણ નહીં વાત માની સારી. અગર તે અવાજ કર્યો નેક્સ્ટ ટાઈમ પછી હું તને અંદર નહીં આવવા દઈશ. હું તને પહેલાં જ કહી દઉં છું.
આયુષી પોતે મારી ભેગું વાત કરે છે.
જલ્દી કર ને જા. ક્યારનો અવાજ કરસ તું? બીજું પેકેટ શેના માટે કાઢસ? બીજું પેકેટ મારા માટે કાઢતી હોય તો નહીં કાઢતી, કારણ કે હું નથી ખાવાનું. કારણ કે મારે નથી ખાવું. હું ભણું છું. અવાજ જ કરો બે જગ્યાએ. કાઢ હવે જલ્દી ને જા. ધીરે ધીરે નહીં કાઢતી, કારણ કે એનાથી વધારે અવાજ આવશે. ફટાફટ કાઢને વહી જાજે. કાંઈ રીઝનથી વધારે અવાજ નથી કરવાનો, કોઈ રીઝન વગર નથી કરવાનો.
અરે પકડતી હતી.
તને જે જોઈએ છે એ લે ને જા. મેં તને એટલે જ કીધું ફટાફટ કર. તું તોય આમનામ બીજી રીતે તું અવાજ કરે છે. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ouch. Mm. Oh, now we're done with chapter 7. Let me see if we are done with chapter 8 or not. Wait, what? Hey. Bruh. We are done with the chapter. Oh yeah, it's done. I was reading chapter 7. Okay guys, I'm done with biology. And after 5 minutes we are taking a break of 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes we'll do physics. I don't know which chapter. I think so. Chapter. Yeah, we will do chapter 2, describing motion. and if we finish early chapter 2, we might also do chapter 3, force and motion, and then we'll take a break of 5 minutes again, and then we'll do computer. We'll do chapter 2, and then we'll take 5 minute break, and then we'll do business. So see you after 5 minutes. I'm digging this. So yeah, I'll put a timer again of 1 hour. I'll put a 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Yeah, I'll put a 55 minutes, and the rest 5 minutes of 1 hour I'll take a break again. So yeah, let's do physics. Describing motion. There. Measuring speed. If you travel on a major highway or through a large city, the chances are that someone is watching. Cameras by the side of the road when as traffic is moving along. Distance, times, and speed. This is more than one way to determine the speed of a moving object. Several methods to determine speed rely on making two measurements: the total distance traveled between 2 points, the total time taken to travel between 2 points. We can then work out the average speed between the 2 points. Average speed, total distance traveled, total over total time taken. Distance over time, bro. Distance over time. Yeah, 36. There is no 8669. Three times 3, 9. Okay, then 3. 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. Carry on. 3 times 3, 9. Idiot. Okay, took it there. No, there. I'm talking there. 2 times 2, 4. 2, 4. We'll do 8 plus 4. We'll add them. Divided to 4, divided to 4, 8. 12. Carry 1. And then 2 times 2, 2 times 2, 2 times 2, 18. 2 times 2 is 4. What? જે તરીકેમાં આવ્યો Yeah, okay. Or we do like this one too. Let's see. No, wait. One. 9. 4. And a hard 4. 4 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 totally wrong. Okay, now let me do it. 23. This is so wrong, bro. This is so wrong. One. Okay. What? Two 4, 4 plus 4 8, 0. Get the answer to this here. Doesn't make sense though. What was it? Step 1, step 2. Hey. Okay. Okay. Third was at 144. 144. First one. Hey, wait. But the distance is equivalent to the time. Yeah, that's true. 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 4, 11, 81. Two plus 2 is a 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5, 1. Okay, got it. Acceleration, got it. Nine. 18. 81. 8 times 3. No. Okay, I'm correct. 8 times 3. 18. 81. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3 is 728. 2. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 3, 9. 9, 18, 19, 20. 2, 9. Got it. Got the answer. Very good. 4, 8, 9, 5, 9, 8. One. It's much more easier. 1, 2. Okay, let's go. It's a 27. Okay, it will be so hard to do it. It will be so hard. 72. 8 times 8. It's so hard. 8 times 8, 64. 9 times 9, 81. 64 plus 81. 5. 8 plus 6, 14. Okay, 14 આવી જશે. પછી 9 4s are 32. 8 5s are 40. 4 5. 9 4s are 36. 9 4s are 36. 10 1. 9. 0 carry 9. For the 20, 9 2 29. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. It's so wrong. I'm telling you, it's so wrong. So wrong. Two. 25 plus 25. 52. Carry 5. Okay. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 5, 25, 75. Okay, 5 times 5, 25, 45, 25, 50, 75 plus 5, 80, 88. 5 times 5, 85, 5 times 5, 85, 58, 5, 5 times 5, 25, plus 5. Ew. 5 times 5, 25 plus 5, 30. 16, 18, 19. Okay. If we do the 8 plus 8 plus 4, 12 plus 36. No. 3 is 12. I choose 12 plus 24. 12 plus 24, 36, 39. 3. 12 plus 12 plus 3, 15. What answer? Okay. Yeah. Don't do anything now. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay, but I can also do like this, right? Let me do it. Times are 8. Okay. 9 and 1. 8. 81 plus 81 plus 81. 162 plus. Amen. Yeah, plus 8, 170, 0. Okay, let me be quick now. Plus 70. Okay, 9 and 9, 81, 81, 81 times 3, 243, 243 times 3. Okay, 10, 9, 2, 6, 2, 260. 0, 26. 81 times 81, 162, 162, 8, 8, 1, 8, 18. It is so wrong. It is so wrong. Okay, let me do this one. Okay. 9 and 8. 81 times 21, 162 plus 8, 170. 17. Okay, 17, 800, 81. Eighty-one, 98. Give me anything now. Quick as hell. I can do this. I can do it. The question is, right. You hear the answer. Okay, one. Okay, one. So, 1, 2, 3, go. 4, 14. 14 plus 2, 16, 1, 7, 8. 864. 864. 864. 864. 864. Okay. Let's go. Another 25. 72. Okay. 1, 2. 4. 18. 1800. 1800. 100. My god. Yep, letter A is also correct. Yep, 1080. What else? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Am I the funny? Okay, wait, 1, 3, go. Okay. 20, 6. Wait, I need to. Okay, 40, 0, 4, 5 for the 20 plus 124. Okay, wait, I don't do this. I do not do this. It's not good for my health. Okay. 1, 2, there you go. Okay. Here's a 44, 64, 68, 68 plus 20, 88, 8, carry, 8, carry 8. It was a 32, 40, 4080, 4080. Where is it? 1. Where is it? 927, 28, 32, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2. Much more better, guys. Much more better. Eh. What's the next one? Numbers. Two one eight zero. 2180. Okay, 52 times 52 times 45. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 22. 2236. Six, 37. Okay, let me do like this. 23, 26, 37, 2, 4, 14. Wait, 1, no, 3, 2, 4, 18. Okay, 18, 14, 18, 18, 18, 6, 1, 3, 36, 6, 3, 6, 9. 9662. Why? One, two, 2, 3, 1, 8. 54. 54. 50. Ouch. 54. 62. 62. 60. Hey. 24, 9, 33. Ten, 18. The 8 one is okay. Then okay. How many? I'm done with this speed, time, distance. Hey yo. Hey yo. Okay. Up. What is this? Hey, yeah. No, this question is not okay. But I went to the emergency. Let me check. Okay. If the distance of the time is higher, then the speed will also be high. If the graph is going up. But look, you want to find a difference. You do the range, not the mean and median. This thing. Hey. Okay, here. You see? No, 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 no. Okay. What is this chat GPT saying? What is this saying? Oh, this is about the initial. Bruh. I'm talking about the final. Okay. It's time. Mine is not done to finish it. That was the last thing. But this initial and final. If the initial is high, then the final will also be high and the midpoint will be low. It's here. A equals to V minus U. Bruh. End of chapters. Done. Now, after 5 minutes, guys. After 5 minutes. After 5 minutes. After 5 minutes. Be right back, guys. guys, now we will be doing computers. Okay, and then let me put the timer for 55 minutes again. Right? Okay, 55 minutes started, and now let's go with chapter 2, data transmissions. Okay, methods of data transmissions. You think that there is only one method that can be used to transmit data from one device to another, but there are actually several. You need to understand how data is transmitted using each of these methods. These include serial, parallel, simple, half duplex, full duplex. Serial and parallel data transmissions involve the number of wires that are used to transmit the data and how many bits of data are sent at once. Serial data transmissions. In serial data transmission, data is transmitted using a single wire. Each bit of data is transmitted one at a time along a single wire. There are several advantages and disadvantages of serial data transmissions. Advantages: as data is sent one bit at a time, it should arrive in order of sequence. This means there is less chance of the data being skewed. As data is sent along a single wire, there is less chance of interference. This means there is less chance of error in the data. Only one wire is needed for serial transmission cable. Therefore, it is cheaper to manufacture and also cheaper to buy. As data is sent one bit at a time, the transmission of data is slower. Data may need to be sent to indicate to the receiving device when the data transmission has started and stopped. These are disadvantages. These are called as a start bit and a stop bit. Serial transmission has less chance of data being skewed and less chance of interference. This means it is more suitable for transmission of data over long distance. Parallel data transmissions. In parallel data transmissions, data is transmitted using multiple wires. Multiple bits of data are transmitted along each wire at the same time. Disadvantages and advantages of parallel data transmissions. Advantages: as data is sent multiple bits at the same time, the transmission of data is quicker. Many computer and devices use parallel data transmission to transmit data internally. Therefore, there is no requirement to convert this to serial data transmission to transmit the data across network. Disadvantages: as data is sent multiple bits at the same time, bits do not arrive in order and needed to be reordered after transmission. This increases the risk of data being skewed. As data is sent along multiple wires, there is more chance of interference. This means there is more chance of error in the data. Multiple wires are needed for a parallel transmission. Data transmission cable. Therefore, it is more expensive to manufacture and also more expensive to buy. Parallel transmission has an increased chance of data being skewed and an increased chance of interference. This makes it more suitable for the transmission of data over shorter distances. This is often limited to approximately 5 meters. Dang. Simple data transmission. You will only use this type of data transmission when there is no need to send data both ways between the devices. One example is connecting a keyboard to a computer. Simplex data transmission can be used to do this, as data only needs to be sent from the keyboard to the computer, so that the computer screen can display the keys that are pressed. There is no reason why the computer would need to send data to the keyboard, so a simplex data transmission connection is used. Simplex, half duplex, and full duplex transmission involves the direction in which data is transmitted. Half duplex data transmission. In half duplex data transmission, data can be transmitted in both directions between the devices, but only one direction at a time. So, shows an example. If the data is being transmitted from device A to device B, then the data cannot be transmitted from device B to device A at the same time. If the data is being transmitted from device B to device A, then the data cannot be transmitted from device A to device B at the same time. You will use this type of transmissions when you need to send data in both directions between the devices, but there is no requirement for this to be at the same time. It can also be used when communication between two devices need to have a high level of performance. This is when two half-duplex connections can be set up between devices to allow to be transmitted in both directions at the same time, but using two different channels of communication. Can you work out how this would be set up? Full duplex transmission. In full duplex data transmission, data can be transmitted in both directions between the devices at the same time. You will use this type of data transmission when it is essential for data to be both sent and received by each devices at the same time. One example is a telephone conversation. The person speaking into device A and speak at the same time as the person speaking into device B. It may be a little bit of chaotic conversation if you both try and speak at the same time all the time though. However, during most conversations, people do sometimes speak at the same time, so full duplex data transmission is needed. Yeah. Storage devices are USB needed to understand the difference between several of these aspects. Include such as a USB port, USB cable, USB connection, and a USB device. Bro, this chapter is so damn long, bro. Oh no! You're almost done! Wait, what about chapter 3? Oh man! This one is the longest. 3.8! 3.10! Oh my god. Bro, I'm not doing chapter 8, man. Chapter 3, I mean. From page 55 to 75. 20 pages. Okay. Leave it. Leave it. USB port, a socket that is a part of device or computer that enables you to insert a USB cable. USB cable, a type of transmission media that uses the USB method to transmit data. USB connection, a collective name for using a USB cable plugged into a USB port to transfer data from one device to another. USB device, the name of a device that plugs into a USB port on a computer. Ethernet, another type of connection that can be used to transmit data within a network. Okay. Detecting errors in data transmissions. There are several error detection methods that can be used. This includes parity check, checksum, echo check. Each of these methods is designed to check for errors after the data has been transmitted from one device to another. Parity check, a type of error detection method that adds an additional bit to each byte to create an odd or even sum. Bro. Before transmission begins, the parity check is set to be either odd or even parity. The number of ones in the 7-bit of data is total. In the example in figure 2.11, 100100001. The result of that will be 2. If an odd parity check is used, then 1 is added as a parity. An even parity check is used. A parity bit of 0 would have been added instead. This is because all the ones in the byte will then add up to 2. Each is an even number when the parity bit has been added to each byte. The data can be transmitted. After transmission, the receiving data will check each byte of data from errors. If an odd parity check has been used and the device finds a byte that has an even number of ones, then it knows that an error has occurred with the byte of data. The error is detected. Checksum. A checksum uses a calculated value to check for errors. A value is calculated from the data that will be transmitted before transmission takes place. A method such as modulus 11 could be used to calculate the value. Echo check, a type of error detection method that sends a copy of the transmitted data back to its sender to be compared with the original data sent. Automatic repeat quest (ARQ). Okay. What? Isn't this the same as... Whoa. Oh, this is after, this is before. Nice. Check digit. If you have learned an error such as occur when data is transmitted, you need to learn an error that normally due to the interference is also possible for errors to occur the data entry to perform. This could be manual data entry, for example, a human typing in values of, or it could be automatic data entry, for example, a barcode scanner scanning a barcode to obtain the data stored by the barcode. A method is necessary to check the errors with the data entry, and this method is called the check digit. This is how check digit operates. A check digit value is previously calculated with the data that were entered at the same point. Example, the barcode number is an ISBN number. This number is stored with the data. The data is entered, for example, in barcode scanned. The digit is recalculated from the data entered. This means the data. Yes. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Uh, where is the? Okay. Stay. 13. 7, 8, 9. Five to 9. Hey, yeah. Done. Man, should do another chapter, but that chapter is way too long. Hey. The internet uses. Oh, and now we are in chapter 6, by the way. Wait, did teacher gave us our quiz paper? He didn't. Tomorrow we are getting it. Let's go. Hey, but this I don't wanna do. I don't wanna do. It's way too long. Guys, so basically, I'm done with first chapter. But the problem is, right now I have around 18 minutes. And I cannot finish the second chapter because it's way too long. So now, what I will do is, I will take another subject. I'm done with computer. I would have done this chapter if it was shorter, but not only that chapter, we also have chapter 4, which is also long. Yeah, it's... no, wait, what? Yeah, it's long. You see this? It's long. Even chapter 5, it's long. So yeah, I will start with business. Yeah, I will start with business. I will not take a break now. I will continue. I will finish it, my business, and let's see. I was supposed to do 4 hours, but let's see. What chapter were we on? Yeah, now we are on chapter 4. Yesterday, I think so. Was it yesterday? What did we do yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we did chapter 3. And today we will do chapter 4, the types of business organization. Around we will do 2 chapters because these are short chapters. Yeah, 2 chapters. Types of business organizations. Form of business organization. Private sector. Didn't we do this? No, we didn't. Private sector businesses, which include sole trader, partnership, limited companies, franchises, Francis, franchisee. That's a franchisee. It's a franchise. It's a franchise. But I'm not getting it. I'm confused. Franchises. Franchiser. Whatever. Joint venture. And in limited companies, there are private limited companies and public limited companies. Let's start with the sole trader. A business that is owned and controlled by just one person who takes all of the risk and receives all the profit. Sole trader. A sole trader is a business owned and managed by one person. Your local florist or plumber may be sole trader. People often choose to become sole trader for their own personal reason. For example, because they want to be their own boss and make their own decisions, decide when and how many hours to work, have a business that uses their skills and interests. The main advantage of a sole trader are it's quick and easy to set up a business. A sole trader makes all the decisions, so has complete control over the business. The business can often be set up with a small amount of startup capital. Many of the advantages above explain so why sole traders are most common from the business. The owner keeps all the profit, by the way. Despite its popularity, being a sole trader has several disadvantages. The owner has unlimited the abilities for the depths of the business and risk losing their personal wealth to pay for this. They may not be able to raise funds to expand the business, may have to work long hours, difficult to compete with large rival firms, may not have business skills to run a business. Okay, partnership. A partnership, a business formed by two or more people who will usually share responsibility for the day-to-day running of the business. Partners usually invest capital in the business and will share profits. This forms the the business organization organization uh, is popular with professionals such as accountability, law, and density. Partnership usually have greater access to finance slow trader as there is more than one person investing capital in the business. Why am I playing? The management and day-to-day running of the business are also shared with which reduces the workload for individual owners. It is easy to set up. The partners may sign a legal agreement known as a deed of partnership. Oh my god, these things. Why things? This document sets out the right and obligation of each partner. Disadvantages have the following partnership have the following disadvantages. The partners usually have unlimited. Each set up a deed of partnership. Partners invest in the business, so greater access to fund, shared decision making, shared management and workload, unlimited liability responsibility, share the profit. Eesh, that's a very big advantage. Disadvantage. Decision binding on all partners, difficult to rise. These fans. Hey bro. No. Bro. Hey. Private and public limited companies. Wait, what? Chapter 5. What's this? Chapter 6. Bruh. Damn, so big. That's chapter 6? Starting from here till here. Yeah, okay. Let's continue, guys. Private and public limited companies. Sole trader and partnership are unincorporated business, which means that the owners are responsible for the debts of the business. They have unlimited liabilities. Another form of business organization is the limited company. The advantage of this type of business over a sole trader or partnership is that the people who run the business are not responsible for the business steps. A limited company is owned by the shareholders. These are investors who invest money in the company in exchange of shares. There are two main types of limited companies: private limited companies, public limited companies. Private limited companies, often a small to medium sized company owned by shareholders who have limited liabilities. The company cannot sell its shares to the general public. Public limited companies, often a large company owned by shareholders who have limited liabilities. The company can sell its shares to the general public. Ordinary shareholders, the owners of a limited company. Limited liabilities, the shareholders in a limited liabilities company which fails only risk losing the amount they have invested in the company and not any of their personal wealth. Okay. Differences between private and public limited companies. Private limited companies, usually a very small number of shareholders, often members of the same family or friends, usually fairly small, can be sold privately, often to family members, often difficult to sell as much to sold privately and with agreements other shareholders. Only a few shareholders may own 51% of the shares in the company and so has control over major decisions. Ownership is not separated from control. Even if successful, it may be difficult to raise additional capital as shares cannot be sold to the general public. Often difficult to raise finance as unincorporated businesses because they are usually small businesses with low value assets to offer as security known as collateral. Public limited companies, usually a very large number of shareholders. Most common form of organization for very large companies can be offered for sale to the general public and other organization. Quick and easy to sell as they can be offered for sale to the public. Often thousands of shareholders. The board of directors appointed by shareholders at the annual general meeting control major decisions. Ownership and control are separated. If successful, it can often raise very large sums quite easily through the sale of additional shares. Can often raise very large sums at good rates of interest because of its reputation and valuable collateral. 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 Non-current assets, often a security against borrowing. Franchises. 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 Franchise. Franchise. Yes, franchise. Franchises. Franchise. Yes. Finally, I know how to spell. Spell. Pronounce. Is a form of business organization in which a firm which already has a successful product or service called a franchisor. Now it's the franchisor. Agrees to allow another business called the franchisee to use the franchisor's trade name, logo and product in exchange for a fee. This is a popular way for multinational businesses to expand across many countries. For example, there are very few countries in the world that do not have McDonald's. What? Oh yeah. I know. Most of these are franchised outlets. The franchisee makes a decision about whether to operate as a sole trader, a partnership, or an incorporated business organization. Business entrepreneurs may decide to enter into a agreement rather than setting up their own business because of the benefits of this type of organization. These benefits include there is less chance of business failure because the products and the brand are already well established. For example, chicken licken. What's chicken licken? The natural source and Hilton Hotel. I don't know any other. The franchisor often provides advice and training to the franchisee as a part of the franchisee agreement. The franchisor will finance the promotion of the brand through national advertising. The franchisor will already have checked the quality of supplier, so the franchisee is guaranteed quality supplies. However, there are some limitations of franchising. These include the initial cost of buying into a franchise can be very expensive. The franchisor will take a percentage of the revenue of profit made by the franchisee each year. There are very strict controls over what the franchisee is allowed to do with the product pricing and store layout. For example, if you go to different एक कलाक Joint venture. Two or more business agreement to work together on a project and set up a separate business for this purpose. Ting. The risk for each business and cost. Each business brings different expertise of the joint venture market, and the product knowledge can be shared to the benefit of the businesses in the joint venture. However, joint ventures have limitations such as any mistakes made by may damage the reputation of the all firms in the joint venture, even if they were not the cause of the mistakes. Business may have different business cultures or style of leadership, making decision making difficult. Over the years, there have many been examples of joint venture agreements. One of the best known was between the Japanese consumer electronics company Sony Corporation and the Swedish telecommunication company Ericsson make the mobile phones. The joint venture brought together Sony's consumer electronics expertise with Ericsson's technology leadership is the communication sector. In 2007, Virgin Group announced a joint venture with Tata Group in India. The 50-50 joint venture combined the large network as the customer base of data teleservice with Virgin Mobile. This enabled Virgin to enter a very profitability mobile phone market, which was the fastest growing in the world at the time. As part of the deal, Virgin committed to use its marketing expertise to target the youth of India using the slogan "Hope to take service hashtag in the Hindi of Hatke." Hope to the Hatke service for the different offbeat or non-mainstream. Difference between the unincorporated businesses and limited companies. An unincorporated business is one which does not does not have a separated legal identity from its owners. This means that the owners are legal responsibility for the activities of the business. Also, the owners have limited liabilities for the debts of the business. Sole traders and partnerships are the best examples of unincorporated businesses. An incorporated business such as limited companies has a separate legal identity from the owners. The companies and not owners, stakeholders, shareholders is legally responsible for the activities of the business. The owners of an incorporated business have limited liabilities for the debts of the business. Risk, ownership, and limited liabilities. Unincorporated business ownership has a greater legal and financial risk for owners than incorporated business. This is because owners and the business have the same legal identity. If, for example, if a customer is injured as a result of a faulty product made by the business, then the owner of the business are legally responsible and may be sued for damages. Owners have unlimited liabilities for business debts. If the business fails and has unpaid debts, then the owner may have to use their personal wealth to pay these debts. These risks are removed for the owners of incorporated business such as private and public limited companies because owners and the company have separated legal identity. If a customer is injured by a product made by an incorporated business, then they sue the company for damages and not the owners. Owners have limited liabilities, for example, debts. This means that if the company fails, the owners do not have to use their personal wealth to pay any debts. The only financial risk that owners of incorporated business have is that they can lose all the money they paid for their shares. Choosing the type of the business organization. You have already learned earlier in the chapter that it is much easier to set up an unincorporated business than an incorporated business. This explains why sole traders and partnership are the most popular from the form of business organization in most countries. Private limited companies and special public limited companies are most complex to set up. They have many more legal control than unincorporated businesses. For example, they must produce more detailed financial statements every year. Most businesses start small and often as a small trader or a partnership. However, a business grows, the original owners may decide to incorporate, become a private or public limited company. They might decide to do this for a number of reasons, such as to reduce the legal and the financial risk of the owner. Incorporation has the benefit of the separation legal identity between the business and the owner and the providing owners with limited liability. Separated legal identity also has the benefit of business community. If one or more owners leave, the business is still able to continue. A business may want to raise additional capital to invest in growth plans. This may be easier to achieve by becoming a limited company and selling shares in the business. When setting up a new business, the choice of which form the business organization to use will depend on several factors: the number of owners, the owner's role in the management of the business, the attitude towards financial risk, how quickly the owner wants to start operating their business, the potential size of the business. By this, we have came to an end of chapter 4. Guys, our aim was to finish 4 hours. To do 4 hours. And our aim was to finish 4 subjects within 4 hours. Every subject, 1 chapter. I think so. Was that one subject? Which was it? Physics? No, not physics. Computer? Not even computer. Biology. It's only business. We did 4 chapters. 2 chapters. Chapter 4 and chapter 5. In biology, we did chapter 6. Did we? Yeah, we did chapter 6. In physics, we did chapter 2, describing motion. I thought that it will not take that much time to finish physics, chapter 2, but it was pretty long that it could finish in 1 hour. But business, we did 2 chapters and still didn't manage to finish 4 hours. From next time, what I will do is every I mean tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards. Next time, whenever we will do 4 hours, I will do 4 hours tomorrow. Each subject we will do 2 chapters. Each subject we will do 2 chapters. In 1 hour, we are supposed to finish 2 chapters. 2 chapters in 1 hour, and every hour we will do 5-minute break. Not like today. Today we did 55 minutes. Not even an hour. So next time we will do 1 hour, 5 minutes gap, and the timer will start again 1 hour, and again 5 minutes gap, and again 1 hour, and then we will see if we are being able to complete 4 hours tomorrow. Tomorrow, let me give you the aim. Tomorrow we will do business again. We'll do business. We'll do chemistry. We'll do biology. We'll do physics. Maths we cannot do. We have done maths. Bro, that's not the subject. There's English. Oh yeah. But in English there's only reading. Nothing else. Or we can do one thing. We will do business 2 chapters, chapter 6 and chapter 7. Chapter 6 and chapter 7, and then we will do biology chapter. Wait, what? Wait, I think so. We did chapter 8. We did do chapter 8. No, we did chapter 7. I remembered that. We did chapter 7. Transporting. Okay, we'll do chapter 8. Yeah, man. Guys, you know what? We will do chapter 8, chapter 9 again. We will do it again. 2 chapters, 1 hour. So business we are done. Biology. In physics now, instead of, what should we do? We will do the workbook of physics, the incomplete work, for 1 hour, as much as we can. How many chapters? There is no goal for it, but in 1 hour, as much as we can. And physics, and in chemistry we will do workbook also. Same for that, as much as we can. So yeah, bye. Tomorrow's goal, don't forget. I will do 4 hours. We have a lot of work tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye.